The next fly we're going to tie is the Foam Beetle. This fly can represent any number of the beetle species which are found on our rivers and lakes right through from March to September. Again, it's a very good fly for both the beginner and improver to fly tying because it will show us new techniques. One of tying in a foam body and also of putting antenna on a fly. We start as before with our hook in the vise, and we take a bit of tying silk right down the hook shank to the bend. Now the body of this fly is formed with some foam, and we can use various colours of foam. With this one we're going to use black sheet foam, and what we do with it is we take a piece of foam and we cut a strip probably about 1/4 of an inch thick. Now we've cut off our piece of foam, and we set the foam up when we're at the back of the fly with our tying silk. We just set the foam on like that, and the good thing is that the foam will condense. We take a turn of tying silk around it like that, 2, 3, fairly easy turns, then tighten up, and as we go forward we can bind that foam down like that. Now as you can see, the foam condenses down onto the hook shank like that with the various turns of tying silk up and down the hook shank like that, just binding it down. Now finish up there with your tying silk just down at the bend. The next thing we need is a rib, and again we form this just with a piece of monofilament. This is just a piece of clear monofilament, and we tie this in just at the back of the bend like that. Let's say 2 or 3 turns of tying silk like that. Now the next material we use is peacock herl, and we take this and we take 2 strands of peacock herl, cut them off, and again we offer the herl up to the hook shank with the quill part facing the front or the eye of the fly and the herl facing the back or the bend. So you'll see it as we tie it in. You can see the quills facing the front like that, and just bind them down, and as we do we take our tying silk right up towards the hook eye like that, and again we're finishing at a point about 1/8 of an inch or maybe slightly back from the hook eye. Now we take the herls, and the herls form the body of the beetle like that, and we move up the hook shank like that, just one turn in front of the other, and that makes the herls display out like that. Again, don't pull too hard on peacock herl because it's inclined to break. It's fairly brittle. So, and when you're tying it in, the tip is to just hold the herls very gently like that, and take the tying silk again very easily over the base of the herls, or it will cut. So say 1, 2, 3 turns, and 3 more easy turns, and cut off the herl like that. Now we're going to rib the herl just to make it more secure and more durable. So we take the monofilament through the herl body like that, say about 4 turns, evenly spaced turns, and we tie in the monofilament at the front of the body. Now at that stage cut off the monofilament like that, and now we're going to form antenna on the front of the beetle, and this is formed with a bit of black flexi floss. So again, it's very good because it's durable and it's also mobile. So we just fold the flexi floss like that, and we just take 2 strands and just tie them in right over the hook eye like that. Again, with just easy, or what I call soft turns of tying silk like that. And just lift them forward like that, and then once we've got the antenna tied in there, we can tighten up like that. So again, remember that easy turns at the start when you're tying in nearly any material, ribs or bodies, and then tighten up. Take the loose ends of the flexi-floss and just cut them off like that. Now we're going to put on a black rooster hackle at the front. And we just take a hackle off the cape, and again, as before, we just strip off the loose parts of hackle like that, and we tie the hackle in again at a position just in front of the fly body. 1, 2, 3 turns. Just move it over and say 1, 2, 3, 4, just slightly tighter turns to grip the hackle in. Then we take our hackle pliers and grabbing the tip of the hackle, we just take a few turns of the rooster or cock hackle at the front like that. About 3 or 4 turns. This just represents the legs of the insect. Now we take our tying silk over the tip of the hackle and again right through to the front like that. Cut off the hackle tip and cut off the hackle stalk. Again, push the tying silk up out of the way like that when you're cutting off the stalk. Now, what we do now is we can push the hackle fibres just back a bit, just out of a road, and flatten the top hackle fibres down. Some people like to cut off the tips of the hackle like that, but you can just either decide, if you want you can do that, or just flatten them down with your thumb and finger like that. And then we bring the foam body over the top of the fly like that. Okay? Now, foam body is over the fly, and at this stage what I do is I just take the tying silk back to what I call the back, as far back as possible there over the hackle. And what this means is that when you take your tying silk over the turn of foam, it's sort of away from the eye a bit, like that. So hold the foam over, take one turn of tying silk over like that, fairly tight turn, and then holding the foam in place, take a couple of more turns like that, just over the foam like that. That sort of holds it in place. Now with this fly we don't actually cut the foam up close and covered over, we leave just a sort of a little butt of foam sitting out over the front of the eye like that. So what we do is just take the foam there and just cut that off, and then again continue with our turns of tying silk at the back, and again then we can lift the foam up here and the antennae and just take a couple of easy turns there onto the front like that. Okay. Now all that remains now is to knot the fly, and again with our half hitch tool we just take the tying silk round the half hitch, slide that up underneath the antenna like that, and finish off like that. Finish off with about 3 of those, 2, and just by putting the half hitch turns underneath the antenna, that just keeps them sort of sitting up in a nice position there at the front of the fly. So again, 3 turns of tying silk, take your scissors and just snip off, and then all that remains to be done on this fly is to put your varnish at the head of the fly. You can also actually put a little dab of varnish in here where the turns of tying silk tie down the foam, and that's your finished black foam beetle.